Hi, good morning everybody. Before we start today, don't forget that you can find the script for this talk on my homepage, stephenaskew.com. You can also find listening questions, sample answers, and you can download the MP3 if you want to practice at home, offline, or use it in your class. Also, if you have any topics you want me to talk about, please put them in the comments section below here. Right, today I want to talk to you about something called the Fermi Paradox. Before we talk about that though, we have to do a little bit of background. Now, where are we? We are on Earth, obviously. Why are we here? Well, what does life need? Life basically needs three things. We need water, we need a mix of chemicals, and we need a source of energy. Earth has all of those. The energy, of course, is the sun. Now, why is there life on Earth? Is Earth special? Earth is in what's called the Goldilocks zone. If you know the Goldilocks story, it's about a young girl who finds a house in the forest, and inside the forest there are 3 bowls of porridge left by the 3 bears. The first bowl of porridge is too cold, the third bowl of porridge is too hot, the bowl of porridge in the middle is absolutely perfect. The Goldilocks zone is literally that. If a planet is too close to the sun, it's too hot, life cannot survive. If a planet is too far away from its sun, life is too cold and cannot survive. The Goldilocks zone is the area that is just the right distance from the sun to have a climate that is survivable. And Earth, of course, is in that Goldilocks zone. Now, a lot of people think Earth is special. A lot of people think humans are here and Earth was created like this for us. But that, of course, is the wrong way of thinking. That is the wrong way around. The Earth is not like this for us. We are here because the Earth is like this. If the Earth was not like this, we wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be talking to you as I am. All right, before we talk about the Fermi Paradox, we have to do a little bit of math. I'm not very good at math. I am an English teacher. I'm not a math teacher. I gave up math when I was 16 years old. Let's try. So, our galaxy, the Milky Way galaxy, has approximately 200 billion stars. In the observable universe, there are approximately 500 billion galaxies. There are probably more, we don't know. Now, multiply 200 billion by 500 million, you get, I think, 100 trillion. So in the known universe, there are 100 trillion stars. Now let's say the average star has 4 planets. Our sun, of course, has 8. Pluto is no longer a planet. Some stars will have no planets. Some stars will have many more. Let's say the average is 4. That means 100 trillion times 4, there are 400 trillion planets in the universe. Now, if we imagine that 0.1% of those planets are in the Goldilocks zone, that makes 400 billion planets. And if we imagine that 0.1% of those planets have life, that's 400 million planets with life. And if we imagine that 0.1% of those planets with life have intelligent life, that's 400,000 planets. That means, potentially, 400,000 planets in this universe have intelligent life. It could be like us, it could be more intelligent, it could be less intelligent, I don't know. But approximately 400,000 planets could have life. Now here's where the Fermi Paradox comes in. Enrico Fermi was an Italian-American physicist. He lived from 1901 till 1954. He said, if potentially there are 400,000 planets in the universe with life, and if potentially interstellar travel becomes possible, we are getting close to that. I mean, right now we can travel to the moon. We're going to travel to Mars soon. It won't be long before we can travel to further planets, at least send probes to further planets. And if potentially we could traverse our entire Milky Way galaxy in about 1 million years at current speeds, where are they? Where are these aliens? We should have seen them, or at least found traces of them. The Fermi Paradox is this. If aliens are there, why haven't we seen them? Therefore, there must not be aliens. Life must be special, and life on this planet must be unique. That's the argument. Now, I'm going to look at 10 possible reasons why this is not a paradox, why it's not a problem. Let's go through these in order. I'm going to go quite fast. The first one, life is extremely rare. Maybe there are not 400,000 planets. Maybe my calculations are wrong. Maybe it's not 0.1%, but it's 0.0000001%. Who knows? If life is extremely rare, that would explain why we haven't seen any. But there is no logical reason to think that. The only reason you would think that is if you think this Earth was created for us. But logically it's not. Humans are here because the planet is like this. If Earth had been created for us, we would have been here a lot sooner than we were. Why did we appear so late in the Earth's history? So that's obviously not possible. The second one, now this is possible. Intelligent life always destroys itself. This is very probable. If you look at our current civilization, how many times have we come close to our mutual destruction? Well, the First World War, the Second World War, a potential Third World War, which could be a nuclear war, could potentially destroy the entire civilization, the entire planet. We could wipe ourselves out. And that's with the weapons we have now. In 100 years, 1,000 years, what kind of weapons are we going to have? It's very likely that any intelligent civilization at a certain point will destroy itself. Therefore, no intelligent civilization will reach the point where they can traverse the entire galaxy, which is why we cannot find them. But if that is true, we should possibly at least find traces of them. If we destroyed ourselves, traces of us would still be here on Earth. So, who knows? The third reason, this is a little bit scary. Possibly there is one super intelligent civilization that is traveling around the universe, destroying all other civilizations it finds. If that is true, then we don't want to find them, because we would be destroyed. The physicist Stephen Hawking actually said this. He said we should be quiet. We shouldn't broadcast our presence. Now the fourth thing, and this is probably the most likely, they are too far apart. Think about the size of the universe. We say there are trillions of stars, and of course there are, but the stars are not that close together. Our closest star after the Sun is 4.4 light years away. The next galaxy is 2.5 million light years. We cannot travel anywhere close to the speed of light. Our fastest rockets, our fastest spaceships would take longer to get there than we could possibly have. It would be impossible to do that. And if we did, we wouldn't find any information until our civilization was far into the future. So the vast sizes of the universe, of the galaxies, make it likely that even if there were civilizations out there, we would never see them. These civilizations could be islands in the sea of nothingness. It's very possible that we wouldn't know they were there. Reason 5. Now this is also extremely likely. We haven't been here long enough. If you think about humans, mankind's history on this earth, we have been here for 0.00013% of the earth's history. The earth started, 4.5 billion years ago. For the first few billion years it was a fiery ball, and then you had plankton, and evolution started, and you have dinosaurs, and then finally at the very end you have humankind. So with the vast sizes of the universe, if a civilization on another planet did evolve and they did travel here, what is the chance that they would arrive here when humans are here? Isn't it much more likely that they would arrive here at the time pre-humans, when the dinosaurs were here or when there was nothing here? For them to evolve at exactly the same time as us, and for them to arrive here at exactly the time we are here, is extremely unlikely. Probability alone would say that that wouldn't happen. So these 400,000 worlds, they could all have evolved civilizations, but they wouldn't be at the same time. There is no reason why they would meet. That is very likely. Okay, number 6. We're not listening properly. We have satellites, we have telescopes, we have listening devices that are pointing into the sky, and they're listening for signals from foreign alien worlds. But we don't have many of them, and they're not listening everywhere all the time. It's extremely likely that we would miss any signal coming from those worlds. So even if they are there, we couldn't necessarily find them. Number 7, we don't know how to listen. We only listen for the signals that we ourselves would send. We don't know what kind of signals the aliens would be sending. Number 8, they don't want to communicate. Maybe they don't want to talk to us. Maybe they think there is a super intelligent civilization destroying society and they are staying silent. Who knows? Maybe they've already found us and they don't want to communicate to us. Who knows? Number 9, they are too alien. Our logic, our physics, our biology, our laws would not apply to them. We wouldn't know them when we saw them. Maybe they're not physical beings. Maybe they're pure energy. How would we know if we saw them? We have no idea. I mean, we are carbon-based life forms because carbon is one of the most common elements in the universe, but who's to say they are? Maybe they're silicon-based. We've no idea. And the last one, number 10, they are here, somewhere, undetected. Now that could be true. I mean, there's no way to prove that, but it's unlikely. I think the most likely reason is the vast distances of the universe and the fact that these civilizations do not evolve at the same time. Because of that, there is very little chance that they will ever meet. Anyway, to finish, if we look back through human history, if we look back at when Europe was discovering other countries, other continents, if you think about our history, usually when two civilizations meet, the least technologically advanced civilization is destroyed by the most technologically advanced civilization. Europe and South America, Europe and Africa. Do we really want to meet a more advanced civilization? Would it be the end of our civilization? Who knows? Anyway, thanks for listening. Don't forget, go to my site and you can find the script and listening questions and sample answers and everything you might possibly want. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.